Logan Paul's base set booster packs were a steal. An absolute steal. I can see Thrifty's like already melting down. I haven't even finished the take. They were a steal. As you can see here, the packs range from 32,940-ish or something like that, all the way up to like 46,360. Goldin put this graphic out. This is straight from them on what these sold for. I believe this is with BP. This is for their box break that they're doing later. Is it this week? Next, it's when the auction ends for the Illustrator.
It's the 15th, I think. Or what day is Pokemon Day?
Whatever Pokemon Day is.
15th, 17th?
Sometime in February, in the middle of it. Around that time, they're going to break this. It's going to be on the same day that the Illustrator is going to sell. I believe if you bought into this, you also get to go to a dinner the night before with Ken Goldin and Logan Paul.
You get to pay your way there, maybe.
Yeah, you have to pay your way there, but you still get to go to the dinner, right? Where there's going to be other people that you get to socialize, network with. You get to have something
you get a hobnobbery, dude?
You get to have something shouted out on the stream. I assume that on that stream, the auction is going to finish for the Illustrator, so they'll probably watch it go on that stream, meaning people are going to want to watch the live stream to see the reaction of the sale price, which I anticipate, and this is why I think these are a steal. I anticipate that this is going to be one of the most watched Pokemon streams of all time. I genuinely think that. Logan Paul's original break was one of the most watched things, and we saw that usher in a completely new era through COVID. I don't think it was the only thing, but I think it's one of the things that really catapulted us through COVID. I think a lot of people would agree with that. I don't think that this is really going to usher us into a new era. Whoa. But I think if you take that and that you get a shout out to that many people, you get a marketing, like the marketing of that. You get to go to the dinner the night before. You get the networking of that. You get that privilege to be in that ecosystem, plus whatever you pull in your pack. I absolutely think it's a steal of a price, because I don't think you can buy that marketing in this industry for cheaper than that. Like, I think it's because you got to remember, it's industry specific. Like, I don't think you can get that high of quality marketing.
I want to hear what Mason had to say.
Yeah.
We've got enough on your end here.
It's my take.
Well, you got to let us debate it. We can just sit here listening to you the whole time. Mason, what do you got?
So these are done already. The auction's over. Like, this is already sold, right? These are the final
these are the prices.
Okay. So it's an experience. It's like it's another thing where just like, hey, this is like, it's Willy Wonka again, where we're just like, go meet Logan Paul, which is the Willy Wonka of the hobby, I guess. So we're just gonna be like, you get a golden ticket, you go meet the guy, you go hang out with him, have dinner, tour the factory or whatever the hell. I mean, it's just a weird. It's a weird experience, like for just people that want to insert themselves inorganically into the hobby.
So you're on his side, Mason.
Am I on? I mean, I don't know if I'm on the side, but it's just
okay. Let's look at it. Okay, so a booster box hasn't sold, I don't think, since this like crazy boom in the last couple of months. I think the last one was like 400,000. I would assume one would sell for. There's one for auction now, actually, in the Illustrator auction. I would have guessed maybe like 550, 600 on a strong end. So this is 2.5, 3x the value of a normal box without all the shenanigans going on here. You think that's worth it? 3 times the value to get all of this advertising, essentially, which I want to compare this to the last time he did this, Sean, which I think I've got like, I'm like 50-50 on this, because part of it actually makes sense in your end. 5 years ago, he did the same thing on Goldin. They sold on 2/11/2021, and some of the top packs also sold for $43,000. So I think it was actually around the same price 5 years ago for him doing the same thing. And if you recall, it was just like a shout out piece of paper. It was done, I think, really poorly. You had a ton of viewers in the beginning, and I think it died off more so in the end. But like,
this feels bigger though. Like this,
they've definitely leveled up for sure.
So they've leveled up
with Goldin, right? The first one was like him alone through Impulsive, or like it was on his Impulsive stage. This is through Goldin. Ken doesn't do anything half-assed. Okay,
and they've got the Golden Touch now, maybe tied into this, but
it's definitely be all over
where
that, I'm sure.
Where this is good value. same price from 5 years ago to now. So compare
Didn't
that
know
one
that,
to one.
but I agree. Were they all that much?
No, just like the top 3. I'm just looking at like previous sold.
What was like the lowest one that you see, just like off the cuff? Or look.
Hold on a sec.
I feel like somewhere in the 20s.
May 21st, 2022. He also did this. 11,000.
I was gonna say there 10, was one that was lower. There was a lower, right?
9,500. Yeah. So there was I guess he did this twice with Goldin. I thought he did it once. About $10,000 a pack was the low in 2022. And that was that was like boom in COVID. And that was probably the bottom of the slowdown.
The worst part that we've seen, the worst part of Pokemon we've seen in 5 years.
So again, 4x from that one, which comparatively it probably makes sense with how prices have gone. But I just don't think that value is truly there, as people think. It's too much hype behind this. I don't have the faith that it's going to be performed as well as it should for this price tag. But I would love to be proven wrong. I've seen it before, and it did not seem worth it to the people who paid $10,000 or even more for the ad of their Instagram or the ad of their startup or whatever they were doing. I don't remember any of them. I don't think anyone remembers any of them.
No, it was like crypto companies and stuff like that.
There was a crypto one in there. Yeah. But I agree on the first one was the shout outs didn't feel as memorable or interesting. I think the biggest difference here to me is Goldin's involvement, right? If you look at the marketing they've done for this illustrator up to this point, I mean, it's been everywhere and it's every day. And it feels like there's something new about it coming out every day. They reholdered it. Now there's a break that's going to come on the same day of it. Like they've got this planned out, right? Like this has been like, and that to me, when you've got a true marketing arm behind it, not that Logan Paul and his team didn't do good marketing of the first box break. Again, I actually attribute that box break as doing really good things for the hobby the first time.
I agree.
But like, I just think Goldin's marketing's on another level. And I
they're
think
marketing, but are they a entertainment? They're not an entertainment. Like, do they know how to do that right? Also,
they made
like
a whole
this will
Netflix
be
show.
But
people find entertaining.
Now they've done
minimal the Netflix
and they've done the eBay Live Thrifty, Ken and Logan multiple times now opening.
Are they good though? Are those good?
I've not awful.
Really exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. It feels like it feels so inorganic and weird and like I don't know.
Yeah, like again, 330,000 concurrent viewers in that first box break on YouTube, which also kind of like seemingly came out of nowhere. It felt like too. This one marketed heavily during a much bigger time than then. I remember looking at the Google charts you've shown, Sean, of search. It's significantly higher. How many viewers are we going to break 1 million viewers?
That's what I was going to say. If this breaks 1 million viewers and you are smart about how you craft your shout out, because like, here's the other thing. A lot of those shout outs that were crafted were not well crafted by the people making the shout out. Like if you sit down and think about, okay, they're going to read this. They might be half interested because there's other stuff going on. How can I make my shout out the one that stands out and is the most interesting and treat it like a marketing expense, right?
Pull the charts
do that. If you do that and this thing has 1 million views and then you think of all the residual clicks that come off of that, that could be 100 million view shout out by the time this thing's said and done, especially if it's crafted well. Because if yours is like the clickbaity one that's like funny or interesting or whatever that gets shared around everywhere or is tied to the Charizard hit or the Blastoise hit or whatever, like that's the other thing is if they really do want to give back to these people that bought in on these packs that I'm sure they're aware they're paying more for an experience like Mason said or that if they want to give back to them, they'll start the clips of the pack hit with the shout out at the start, right? And try to seamlessly get through the pack plus the shout out in that minute or less. Keep it on the short shelf, keep it where it's optimized for social media. Like if they did that to where the person's shout out gets included in all the virality, you can't buy marketing that good for that cheap, where all the people watching it are your target audience, right? And like that to me is such an understated value. And there's the other value of the networking side, right? Like for John, for you probably don't value it as highly because you have all these people in your Rolodex, right? Rolodex, I'm aging myself, but like you can get in contact with these people. But for the average person, like I think Mason or Thrifty, one of you two had said it, that like if you want to inorganically inject yourself in the hobby, if you're like, I want to get in the hobby, but I've never done anything in this, that's your foothold in. Now you're sitting at a table with some of the most influential people in the hobby that have been involved in some of the biggest deals that everyone knows their name. Like you can do the air quote, but like at the end of the day,
it's
like,
true.
They are like they literally
they inserted themselves into our hobby. Let's be real.
But it doesn't matter. They are the hobby now. Like more people know
just
Ken
bought a
Goldin's
card.
name.
Relax.
More people know Ken Goldin's name associated with collectibles than almost any human on the planet because of that Netflix show. Like there are
CNBC and everything he does. He's just
same. Yes, exactly. And like that alone helps the hobby grow. I know there's a lot of people that have a lot of opinions on like whether it's good or bad or whatever. The reality is it helps the hobby grow. It helps it sustain long term. It's a necessity if the hobby's going to be around. If we don't want Pokemon to end up like Pogs, where in 50 years nobody cares about it, you have to have stuff like this because it has to get more interesting and more durable and more sustainable over time. And like if you look at like Mr. Wonderful with sports cards, right? He's making the Wonder Shine Index or whatever with Shine. He needed Shine's partnership. Do you think Mr. Wonderful needs Shine as a financial partner? Probably not. He's wealthy enough. What he needs is his expertise in sports, his networking that he has. That he has none of this, but he wants to inject himself as quickly and rapidly as possible to elevate him up that social ladder in the hobby. And that's how he does it, right? This is no different for any entrepreneur out there that says, I need to get in Pokemon now. Like, my window of opportunity is closing, and now you're sitting at a table eating Wagyu steaks or whatever.
Tacos.
With Logan Paul and Ken Goldin.
Having dumplings with Radar and Charlie out here in these streets.